So this is the final Mazzy's mix of 2021, and I think it is Mazzy's mix number 21. Sometimes you just want to play music. You want to play a song that just makes you feel good, that's easy, and a band that doesn't get a lot of love around here. What a great sounding record this is. And this is the Doobie Brothers. Listen to music. We all want to listen to the music. Great phase shifting in this song. Fucking great song. What the people need is a way to make them smile. And produced by Ted Templeton. What a great producer. Warner Brothers kicks ass. Let it play for a little bit, then the Mazzy's mix will come. New releases, shout outs, VCLT, phase shifters. Oh, wrong part, it's coming, I promise. Tom Johnson is the soul of this band. Free Michael McDonald. Cue the phase shifting. Toulouse Street, what a great friggin' recording, right? And if you don't like the song, it's still a great recording. So, Ted Templeton, great job. Doobie Brothers, first album. Cool record. So if you don't know my channel, I do these mixes every once in a while where I showcase sometimes new releases, new used projects, records. VCLT, which is Vinyl Community Love Train, where someone sometimes sends you gifts and things in the mail. And I'm going to show that. I'm going to have a couple of shout outs. And so welcome to you newbies to Mazzy's mix number 21, the last mix of 2021. 21. See what I did there? See how that works just coincidentally? I got this package, and some may see the humor in this, and some may not. And I do not do unboxings. I don't think anyone needs to show a friggin' 10-minute video of actually unpacking tape and unwrapping boxes. Hate that. Might as well, if I'm gonna waste your time, I'm gonna waste your time talking. And I think I have wasted some people's time already. Bill, who has a channel, The Vinyl Verse, sent me a holiday gift, a jam-packed box of goodies, thematically sent from PA, Pennsylvania. Is that Pennsylvania or is it PA? Anyway, the Vinyl Verse, heavy into prog and fusion, and Genesis especially. His favorite band is Genesis. And if you don't know by now, I like Genesis up until The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. The only time I saw Genesis live was the Lamb Lies Down on Broadway tour. Was that 74, I'm thinking? Berkeley Community Theater show. Once Gabriel left, Phil Collins came off the drum stool, or at least started singing, I'm out. And sometimes I've made several references of my feelings of Phil Collins. So anyway, Bill of the Vinyl Verse sent me this package. Of course, look at that. How sweet is that? Look at that. How sweet is that? I should have worn my Phil fucking Collins t-shirt. Or is that what it says? Yeah, I do have one that someone sent me. How sweet is that? I mean, we're talking Phil everywhere. This is like, I bet you he has like Phil Collins posters on his ceiling. He's a grown-up man with a couple of kids, and he's probably got Phil Collins posters everywhere on his peachy and in his locker, in the inside of his locker door. Anyway, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Very sweet of you. So, he sent me this lovely postcard. Happy holidays, Mazzy. Wishing you much happiness this holiday season. Enjoy the gift. Bill at the Vinyl Verse. So Bill loves Phil. Did you hear that? No. So, ProMark Phil Collins drumsticks. Triplets, flamadiddles, paradiddles, USA made. Phil Collins signature drumstick for my collection. Thank you, Bill. And of course, he sent me A Hot Night in Paris, the Phil Collins big band. You see what he did here? Okay, what, Susudio. There's a big band version of Susudio. That song, Visible Touch. Chips and Salsa, Hold in My Heart, I Don't Care Anymore. I Don't Care Anymore is a good name for this. Milestones, Against All Odds. Isn't that movie with those two Australians making love on the beach? Pick Up the Pieces, The Los Endos Suite. Atlantic Warner Brothers from 1999. You know? Don't know this record, but I will listen to it and I will keep this in the collection. When someone gifts me something, I do not trade it away, at least until maybe if you and I ever have an argument. And then I'll just say, Bill, never again. And then he sent me something. I've heard of Annette Peacock, but I do not know this record. Finally, something that has nothing to do with Phil fucking Collins. This is from 2021 on Sundays. So this is a new record. I don't know this record. I don't know this record. I've heard her name, but I hate to say it, I don't know it. So I'm looking forward to this. Thank you, Bill. Seriously, I really appreciate the thought. And of course, you know me so well. You pick the right records for the wrong person. From Houston, Texas, USA, home of NASA, the National Aeronautics Space Administration, I believe that's what it stands for. And Baraka P. Dub, Paul, love his channel. I tell you, the most well-produced of the vinyl community channels is Paul. If you want to figure out how to modify your Riga turntable or pressings of dead wax. And again, all these people will be linked below. There's got a bunch of links below. Click on them and support them. And if you don't subscribe to them, I'm sure you subscribe to Paul. If you don't, you should. And Bill too. So subscribe to these other folks. They've supported me when I was yay tall, and I extremely appreciate it. So, Explore Humans in Space on the International Space Station, 2022 calendar. And we got Space Baby, You Got No Planet. Space Astronauts. Well, astronauts are all space astronauts, aren't they? All spaced, and et cetera, et cetera. So really appreciate this, Paul. Thank you. I love space. I mean, when I was a kid, of course, the Mercury, Gemini, Apollo programs were a big part of my life, definitely growing up. But he sent me these, and I've heard Gearbox, but I don't know much about Gearbox label. And he sent me these two. He says these are two of his favorite new jazz records of 2021. And I really appreciate it. What's that Blue Note cover that this is reminiscent of? Definitely the same coloring and very similar type. I know it, so tip my tongue, and I have it. I'm just blanking out. The Tubby Hayes Quartet. Tubby Hayes Quartet live at the Hopbine 1968 Volume 1, The Syndicate. Cool cover. Looks like a cool archival release. And this one, what a gorgeous cover. I don't know this album at all. And of course, it's one of those things that, you know, it's hard to read it. Okay, let's open this and see what this is, Paul. Gorgeous photograph. I love cover art like this. I like cover art when there's no type too, like this. And this is beautiful. But let's see what this is. So this is Jelly Cleaver and the Forever Presence. Forever Presence. Jelly Cleaver. Is she Beaver Cleaver, related to Beaver Cleaver? Or June Cleaver, or Ward Cleaver, or Wally Cleaver? Or that's a whole different, or Meat Cleaver? I'm kidding. Anyway, I will listen to this. There's an insert and lyric sheet, or not a lyric sheet, well, one sheet, dedicated to Brian Cleaver. So there's a whole Cleaver clan. The Cleaver clan is here. Anyway, looking forward to listening to this after the holiday. And thank you again, Paul, for this. Very, very sweet of you and very generous of both you and Bill. And Mazzy loves you guys. Really, seriously. I want to do a little profile on one album that came out late in the year. I only got it in the last few days. I think it came out a month or so ago. And this is the new release that Numero Group put out by Charlie Magira. Charlie Magira was, his real name is Gabriel Abidraham, and he's from Israel, grew up in Israel, lived in Israel most of his life. Put out a series of records, I believe up to 6 records. This record is a lo-fi record recorded in his apartment. And creepy-ass cover, right? Isn't that like, what the fuck is that? Lo-fi, folky, surf-like, moody music. Ethereal, haunting vocals. I think most of the vocals that are on this record are in Hebrew. And he's just got this kind of music that just flows, and it's very atmospheric and really beautiful. It's got a surf guitar, vibrato, very echoey sound. So this one just came out. I highly recommend this one though. This is the better of the two of you, just one. The Numero Group puts out a lot of comps and really digs up really interesting archival music, some unreleased, some regional, and amazing label, Numero Group. This is a double album, Numero number 211, Charlie Magira, Tomorrow's Gone. I highly recommend this, but after that record, this is a really interesting record. Haunting, just, you know, in a way that psychedelic folk, freak folk feel as well, of like ethereal surf, if that makes any sense. Drenched in reverb. Just, go listen to this somewhere and see what you think. But again, Charlie Magira, a favorite of mine. The Numero Group one. This goes in and out of print, so try to find a copy. My guess, if it's not available right now through Numero, it'll come out again. They'll repress it at some point again when they can. But there's his name. Look him up. Fantastic music. Something really a little different. I haven't done shout outs in a long time, and I want to give back to the world, to the vinyl community, and to people into records and music. I want to share 3 channels that I've gotten into lately. One I want to shout out because I think he's hysterical, and it's the Reverend Rockin' Rollin'. There we go, the Rev. There's the Rev. He goes by the Rev, the Reverend Rockin' Rollin'. He's got this really interesting, dry sense of humor. I like it. I like his timing. It's low key and it's hysterical. And I'll put, again, links below to these 3 channels. And please go to them and say Mazzy loves you and subscribe, and let them know that you love them too. Maybe you don't love them, but check them out at least. I'll try to link below to a video that I really enjoy of each one. What's interesting about the Rev, he usually just picks, if he's doing a list of the best of, he'll just pick one record and really talk about that one record, which is great because it ends up being a deep dive. See, there we go, Reverend. Not religious, at least from my point of view. I'm not a religious man. I don't know his religious beliefs, but it's the Rev of rock and roll. Come on, you got a little Elvis thing going in some ways. I mean, he's got, if you look at that closely, there's like I don't know what those fucking light bulbs are, like eggs, like vibrating eggs lit or something. But the Rev Rockin' Rollin'. So he is one I highly recommend. Okay, the next is one that I just discovered, even though he's been around for a while. And I got interested in him is his Vinyl Community Intro and San Francisco apartment tour he did. Of course, when I see San Francisco, I know right away I'm gonna check it out, because being the San Francisco native, living there for about almost 60 years, love the city. And of course, right when I saw the video of his apartment, a couple of things jumped out at me. First of all, I can recognize a San Francisco apartment a mile away. There's a certain look of certain time period of San Francisco apartments. And this guy has this, first of all, not only amazing record collection. I mean, this guy's organized, but he's got a lot of crap in that one apartment. Hope the floors hold up. He's got lunch boxes. I have those 2 Beetle lunch boxes, the Yellow Submarine and the 64 or whatever, the classic blue one as well, and thermoses. He's got mid-century clocks and lights and glassware. And as my grandmother would say, you got a lot of chazarai. Chazarai, it's Yiddish, Google it. You won't be able to spell it. But collectify, I think it's how collectify? Yeah, collectrify. There's an R in there, collectrify. He has some record store tours of San Francisco. This is him in his apartment. He's got this cool vintage chair. He does a lot of record store tours. He does vintage mall tours and just cool stuff. I'm gonna link this video up. You see this guy's apartment for about 15, 20 minutes of it, and it's like jam packed, really, with all kinds of tchotchkes. And it's really well organized, so I really appreciate that. But and I did watch finally him talking about some recent pickups he did. So it's a fun channel. I need to kind of go back and search since I haven't really watched him before. But do I need to show anything? Okay, like, you know, these kind of clocks and things like that. So another cool channel to check out, Collectrify, link below there. And lastly, of this thing, one of my favorites that I've been watching for a while, and he's got about 300 subscribers, but I think you should all go subscribe to all three of these channels. And I really like, out of the UK, none other than Mr. Shelf Stacker. He's got a calmness to it. I think he might be a designer because he's got a design eye. He's a bald guy, so of course, you know, anybody bald with a British accent and who's not a wanker is, in my book, a great channel to watch. Now, he just did this video, Shelf Stacker's Vinyl Picks of 2021 New Releases and Reissues. I did one of those. I picked up two only based on his description. Didn't listen to him, took a chance. I like taking a chance on me, take a chit-chat chance on me. One is Turban Breaks, the Optimist LP, a 20-year anniversary. Talks about when he got this as a CD, when he would, every paycheck, I think back 20 years ago, he would buy some bands he knew and one new artist, and he took this on a chance and he loved it. And I've only listened to the first record so far. My immediate thing, the first song was a little too twee for me, then it got more interesting. So harmonies, British folky rock. I keep thinking of the Punch Brothers, that kind of in that era, but I don't know it very well yet. 20th anniversary edition of the Optimist LP, gatefold. They look too normal, but we'll see. This one I don't know yet, so I'm not going to give it a high endorsement. However, this one, oh my God! First of all, look at that cover. He was showing that in the picture. This is Nolan Potter, and it's called Music is Dead. And he's, I believe, from Portland, Oregon. What's interesting about this, two comparisons that he mentioned in the video when he showed this, one of his favorite albums of this year, were Paul McCartney's first album and Emmett Rhodes' first album. And that's because they play everything, they produce it themselves. It's all their albums. And if you don't have the Emmett Rhodes album, which was actually a demo to ABC Dunhill, and then they decided to release the demos he did of that album. True fact. Those are great albums. I don't think this sounds anything like those, but I think what he was getting at, maybe, I shouldn't speak for him, but I am speaking for him because this is my channel and I can't, anyway, get the jest. He does everything self-produced, I believe during the lockdown. Look at that artwork on that cover. Now, it is Nolan Potter, Music is Dead. The two things that I took away, I played this 3 times now and I absolutely love it. God, this is so good. There's a bit of a Beach Boys, Brian Wilson thing going on during some of it. So if you like Pet Sounds and Beyond, this is for you. It's got a bit of a Beck thing going on it. Some of the Beck mutations maybe-ish, which is great. I'm a big Beck fan. And also, there was one track that reminded me a lot of Frank Zappa with the Mothers. I don't know the songs yet. Looks like there are only 6 songs, but they're long songs. Cover art by Julie Weird. How great is that? And there's all these great people, like Kate Bush is there, and is that Coltrane, I guess? But what a great art. I mean, great package all around. Really interesting record, a lot of variety on it, but beautifully produced for one guy. It starts out a little kind of mellow and melodic and builds. So fantastic record. This would have been in my best of the year if I had had it when I did my best of the year, because I have fallen in love with this record. I don't know anything about him beyond that, beyond what Shelf Stacker promoted and showcased when he showed this album. But again, link below to the Rev, the San Francisco guy, and Shelf Stacker, please, please. Let's close out with the late great Dr. Lonnie Smith with Iggy Pop on vocals. Died just a few months ago. Blue Note Records. See you soon. Mazzy loves you. I like Donna too. great Donovan song.
Sometimes I'm living through my winter today. I could have took out easy, but I changed my way. It'll take time, I know it, but in a while you're gonna be mine, I know it. We do it in style.